Inspirations and Experts with Sofia Sanchez. Meet expert Angela Hamilton, Las Vegas, Clark County Library.
Hi, my name is Sofia Sanchez. What is your name?
My name is Angela Hamilton, and I work for the Las Vegas Clark County Library District. I'm one of the outreach educators.
Nice, and what do you do?
Well, I do things like events like today. I bring information about the library to the community. Sometimes I do classes for families, and sometimes I just do tabling events, and sometimes I do lots of fun crafts at our tables at community cultural events.
Nice, and why is it important?
Well, the library is super important because it's kind of a place to build community. So you have a place for people to hang out. We have teen spaces for teens to get together where little kids don't bother them and adults don't bother them. But we also have classes for everybody. So there's stuff for little kids and adults and books, of course.
Wow, do you know I like to read at books too?
Yeah?
Reading is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to skills and reading.
That's good. Do you like to listen to books?
I do. I like to listen to audiobooks and reading books when I have lots of words I can learn about it.
That's cool. We have a new reading app called Lotte for Kids, and it does multiple languages. So you can listen to a book and it'll read it to you in maybe, let's say, Spanish, and then it reads it to you in English. But we have people here in the Valley that speak Persian, and people who speak Russian, and people who speak Polish. And those books, they're kids' books that read in English and those language, which is really cool. And so that's one of our really cool digital resources.
Nice. And do they also speak Ukrainian too, a little bit?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have some Ukrainian speakers. And there's a Creole speaker at one of the centers I help with, and some friends from Africa that speak some very interesting languages that I can't pronounce, so I won't try.
It's okay. Do you know I was in Ukraine in the orphanage?
I don't.
I was in Ukraine in Ukraine, so I was.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I'm here. So yeah.
We're really glad you're here.
And how do you like this job when you have this job?
This has been probably one of my very favorite jobs I've ever had, because I'm a teacher and I get to teach people about what we have at the library, which I love doing. And I just like helping people, so I love this job.
Nice. And how to become a teacher who gives out books that someone can hear?
Well, I was a teacher, and then I stopped teaching and I went to work for the library. So I teaching is my passion. So I kind of bring that everywhere I go, and that's kind of how I bring books out to people and connect them to our literature resources.
Nice, and thank you so much for doing this with me.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for asking me.
Of course.
Meet expert Pamela Fowler-Green, speech pathologist, Las Vegas.
Hi, I'm Pamela Fowler-Green. I'm a speech pathologist. I work at a private clinic in Las Vegas. I'm part of Nevada NBASLA, which is the Nevada chapter of NBASLA, which stands for the National Black Association for Speech, Language, and Hearing. So it's predominantly geared towards helping out, especially families, black and brown and minorities, but we help with everyone. So our purpose here right now is we are trying to bring more awareness and answer questions for parents and families and do more outreach within Nevada, because a lot of people do not know what speech language pathology is, what a speech therapist is, what they do, why you would need it, or the fact that it can be for adults and children. And so that's why we're here. We're trying to help out with everyone. You can need it for a variety of reasons. As an adult, those are the easier ones to figure out. Post-stroke, and you need to find accommodations, or if you're unable to speak, there's devices, there's different augmentative communication that you can use. For kids, you have developmental delays. Preemie often will have also feeding concerns, because speech pathologists also work on feeding and feeding therapy. And when you're preemie, a lot of times, unfortunately, you're not completely ready to come out. So there's certain motor mechanisms that didn't completely get to form at the time, and so they have to learn how to do the movements that would have come naturally. In terms of like autism or Down syndrome or cerebral palsy, there can be things and issues like apraxia. You have different difficulty with motor movements and being able to pronounce and produce words and sounds appropriately for people to understand. So the main thing and basis of everything is to communicate. We want people to be able to communicate with families, with friends. Even if you can't verbally say it, we want to make sure there's a way that you can get that point across. Communication is how we connect to everyone. It's basically how our world works. You can't order food if you don't have some type of comprehension and communication. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't do simple ADLs, which are adult daily living skills that we take for granted when we are capable of doing it ourselves. So communication is important not only just to be connected to others, but it's important just for our daily living skills. We also have an email address in case anyone has questions. We've had a lot of parents with lots of questions today, and as I said, we want to help out as an outreach to help with answering speech questions and helping families find the resources that they need. Nevada and Basla is not a speech company. We're just an organization that is made up of speech pathologists. There are audiologists as well, but currently we don't have any audiologists within the group. So it would be nvnbaslh@gmail.com. And then if you have Instagram, you would just use the beginning portion, the nvnbaslh.
Logos for Northern Nevada Center for Independent Living, Southern Nevada Center for Independent Living.